Hey guys, what is up? Inazilla back again today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about we're going to be comparing the old terrain setters such as Indeedee, Pincurchin, Rillaboom, etc. with the Tapus, because the Tapus essentially do the same things. Some do it better, some don't do it as good. So I thought it's worth it to make a video to compare them. And don't worry, I'll make moveset videos for all the individual Tapus, but this is just a more general kind of video to talk about them compared to the old Pokemon. And it'll be very interesting, so if you're interested in the video, just stick around, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps the channel, helps people find it. So yeah, let's talk about this. First up, we got Tapu Bulu and Rillaboom. Now the biggest difference between Bulu and Rillaboom is that Rillaboom gets a Gigantamax form. Now when Rillaboom's Gigantamaxed, it hits like so insanely hard that the difference in 5 base points in its attack does not really matter that much. But Bulu does get some nice things in its moveset. Bulu gets access to Grassy Glide now because of the Isle of Armor move tutors. It gets close combat, which Rillaboom doesn't. Rillaboom gets Drain Punch as its offensive fighting type attack. So they'll both turn into Max Knuckle if you're Dynamax, and getting an attack boost on either of his Pokemon is really nice. Tapu Bulu though does get Play Rough, and that turns into Max Starfall when it's Dynamax, which Rillaboom does not get. So if you're afraid of Dragon type Pokemon, Tapu Bulu is a really good counter to them. Well, not really good because it's like weak to flying, and a lot of Dragon types are like part flying or get flying moves. Like Dragapult, for example, gets Airstream via Fly and Acrobatics. But yeah, Bulu does get that slight advantage. And I had to look into it, it does get Taunt. So if you're interested in running Taunt on a Bulu or a Rillaboom, especially in doubles with how popular Trick Room is, with like Dusclops and stuff, Taunt is a really good thing to have on Bulu. Another thing that Rillaboom does get as an advantage though is Fake Out. Fake Out, Tapu Bulu does not get Fake Out. And that's really awesome because Rillaboom can essentially act as like a pivot with its Incineroar. It's a really good teammate for Incineroar because it can fake out something, it can switch out for Incineroar, Incineroar can fake out, and then Parting Shot, and then that's 3 turns and you might have just wasted your opponent's Dynamax that way. Well, you're not like faking out the Dynamax Pokemon, but you're faking out the partner Pokemon, getting Grassy Terrain up, you're providing your Incineroar teammate with some health from Grassy Terrain and stuff like that. But yeah, I do believe Fake Out is very valuable on Grassy Terrain Pokemon like this. So it's a toss-up between what is better, Tapu Bulu or Rillaboom. I believe Rillaboom, I'd probably like it better, but we'll see which, time will tell which one is better between the two and which one's more popular. But Tapu Bulu is available now, and it's basically, the only reason to use Tapu Bulu I think is for Play Rough and Max Starfall. And that like Dragon Immunity. Dragon Immunity is really nice. Next up, we got Tapu Fini and Galarian Weezing. These were kind of hard to compare because most people use Galarian Weezing for neutralizing gas, especially in doubles, because neutralizing gas nullifies stuff like Intimidate, nullifies all abilities, so Defiant, Intimidate, all those things that people love to abuse just don't work. So that's why people use Weezing. They don't really use it for Misty Surge. But that is Tapu Fini's pretty much only ability. Otherwise, it gets Telepathy, which will be usable now because of the hidden ability patch. But Misty Surge is definitely going to be the thing to use on this thing, so it doesn't get status. As for like moveset differences, Weezing does get more coverage. It gets Strange Steam, Dark Pulse, Clear Smog, Fire Blast, so it can hit a variety of different things decently hard. Clear Smog, it can use like Sludge Bomb and stuff too. That's just Clear Smog's nice because it removes stat boost on the other side. Tapu Fini though, it does get Terrain Pulse, so it can hit with a really hard Fairy type Terrain move. But when you're Dynamax, I believe that turns into Max Strike, so I could be wrong, I don't know. But you get Moonblast too, so whatever. And Muddy Water, it's nice to have water coverage, and this thing's basically, Tapu Fini's just a weird Pokemon. It doesn't really have a niche per se. It's really bulky. It's got decent special attack and speed. It's kind of like Suicune, just it gets Misty Surge, and yeah, it's just a bulky Pokemon. There's really nothing special about it, honestly. You can tech Nature's Madness onto it. It's pretty much a Fairy type Super Fang, so nothing's immune to it. It's just 10% chance it's gonna 10% chance to miss is gonna bite you in the butt sometimes. So which one of these Pokemon's better, as a Misty Surge Pokemon, definitely Tapu Fini. But Weezing Galar has got other things it wants to do anyway, like neutralizing gas. So it's hard to compare the two because they kind of do different things with their abilities. It's just Weezing's the only other one that gets Misty Surge, so I had to like put it in this video. But yeah. Next up is Tapu Koko and Pincurchin. Let's talk about Tapu Koko. You can use it physical, you can use it special. 115 base attack, 95 base special attack. People are using it primarily specially, especially last generation, because Life Orb plus Electric Surge plus Electric Move hits really hard. Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, it's kind of insane power, even with that subpar special attack stat. But it does get Wild Charge, it gets U-turn for pivoting, it can close combat now, it got close combat added to its moveset. But it also gets access to Rising Voltage now because of the Isle of Armored move tutor. So you can still run either or. Rising Voltage is gonna be insane on Tapu Koko because of Electric Surge. Let's compare it to Pincurchin now though. So we talked about Tapu Koko, physical or special. It's pretty much your preference, what your team needs. Pincurchin, it has one niche, Focus Sash Memento. Now what people use Pincurchin for is, I've been the victim of this once or twice, it lives any like attack, like an Earthquake or a Max Quake, and then it mementos. So, sorry, excuse me. It lives that attack on the Focus Sash or just with its natural bulk. It mementos, it might have gotten some spiked or toxic spikes in there too, which could be nice for it. And then Alolan Raichu comes in, it abuses its Storm Surge Surfer ability, effectively doubling its speed, and then like Specs or Life Orb, Rising Voltage, and Alolan Raichu does all the work. Yeah, it's kind of toss up between what you kind of want. Tapu Koko does a lot of the work by itself, but Pincurchin sets up for Raichu and stuff like that. And Raichu can like nasty plot. It's just again your preference. Tapu Koko doesn't need help. Pincurchin is a support Pokemon for Alolan Raichu, so that is kind of the difference between the two. But they do both set Electric Surge, and Pincurchin can set up like entry hazards, and it does get Sucker Punch too if you want to take that onto it. So we talked about those ones. Last but definitely not least is Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele, let's compare it to male Indeedee first. Alright, so Tapu Lele, just look at these base stats: 70, 85, 75, 130, 115, 95. Male Indeedee, 60, 65, 55, 105, 95, 95. Tapu Lele meets those stats or beats them in every category. It's got 10 more base hit points, 10 more base attack, 20 more base attack, that's kind of useless anyway, 20 more base defense, 130 special attack compared to 105, 115 special defense compared to 95, and they both got 95 speed. I was always interested in running a Choice Scarf male Indeedee, because with Expanding Force and singles, because that would be fun and hit ridiculously hard. There's no point in that now because Tapu Lele can do the same thing, hit harder, and tank hits better. And it gets better coverage. Like this thing, Expanding Force, Dazzling Gleam, Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball, that's pretty much the extent to its special learn set. But this thing, it doesn't get Mystical Fire, I don't think, but it gets Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, Moonblast, Expanding Force. It doesn't get like fire coverage, but it hits like everything else. Like the only reason to use a male Indeedee over Tapu Lele is for like Ferrothorns giving you an issue, but that's what teammates are for. This thing's got wider coverage, it hits way harder, and it's just better. There's no reason to use male Indeedee anymore because Tapu Lele's out. Okay, let's compare it to female Indeedee. Okay, let's compare the stats again. So the physical attack and physical defense outclassed them both by, well, the one that matters, defense by 10 points. Got the same base hit points. Special attack 130 to 95. 115 special defense to 105 to 105, so it's still 10 points better. 95 speed and 85 speed. Okay, well, male Indeedee is faster than female Indeedee anyway. Again, Tapu Lele outclasses it in every way. The only reason to use a female Indeedee over Tapu Lele is for like support with Follow Me. Male Indeedee gets, I forgot to put it like here because I was kind of like thinking choice guard. It does get ally switch, but Follow Me I believe is more, what's the word I'm trying to say? It's more reliable because your opponent can't predict the ally switch and then just bop you anyway. Ally switch, Follow Me is just, it always hits Indeedee unless it's Stalwart or Propeller Tail on the other side. So, female Indeedee does get Follow Me, whereas Tapu Lele doesn't, so it will still see some usage. It gets Reflect, it gets Mystical Fire, and of course it gets Expanding Force. Now, with a female Indeedee, you're not going to see like spreads like that. You're going to see more intense bulk spreads like this, with like a bold nature. Or if they want to go full special, it doesn't really matter, just kind of covering its bad physical defense. But Tapu Lele, it just hits harder. It's faster, it hits harder, it's bulkier. The only reason people are still going to use female Indeedee is for Follow Me. So, yeah, so it's hard to compare the two, but male Indeedee, no, don't use it anymore. Female Indeedee and Tapu Lele, only use female Indeedee if you need Follow Me support. That's pretty much it. As for the other Tapus, if I'm going to compare them, I'll say Rillaboom's better than Tapu Bulu. Tapu Fini's better than Weezing. Tapu Koko is arguably better than Pincurchin. Well, not arguably, but yeah, it's just better. As for Tapu Lele versus, what's it called, Indeedee, I'd say they're about even just because Indeedee gets Follow Me, whereas Tapu Lele just hits everything harder. Follow Me is like so good in doubles. And for singles, Tapu Lele just it wipes it. It doesn't. You don't need to use an Indeedee anymore in singles. Tapu Lele just does everything better. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Again, as I said before, I'm going to make individual videos for all the Tapus, so you stay tuned for that. I recorded this the day before Crown Tundra came out, so it'll probably come out on Friday because I have the Hoenn starter Pokemon videos coming out on the Thursday, the day it comes out. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're interested in this kind of stuff. I do a lot of ranked singles, ranked doubles on the channel, moveset guides, top 10 lists. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, make sure to subscribe to the channel. It really helps. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!